Hi everyone, Marilee here. Welcome to my third attempt at trying to get a video recorded in typical fashion of what we always call Mercury retrograde. We have Mercury retrograde as a Monday in Capricorn. Thank you, Rick Levine, for bringing up your teaching that Mercury retrogrades are not always terrible and that they're not about things going wrong as much as it is about human error, because there is so much more information and so much more mental activity because of the fact that Mercury is closer to the Earth. So I appreciate that perspective and agree with it. So even though I've had this little difficulty getting this going, here I am. Hopefully we'll get through this whole thing. So Mercury is retrograde in Capricorn. Capricorn is all about your inner authority, writing your script of your life, claiming your authority, being the author, taking the pen and rewriting whatever doesn't work for you. While it's retrograde, this is an incredible time to review 2016. It's really a gift to have a Mercury retrograde at the end of the year. This is the fourth one of 2016. Mercury retrogrades are not times to stop doing anything because we have at least 3 a year. 2016 we had 4, but it is a time to actually give us a breather to look and review what we've just taken on, what we have just learned, regroup, relearn, redo, review, revamp, remodel, replenish, all the words, right? So take a moment here for yourself at the end of this year. Mercury will be retrograde until about the 8th or the 9th of January. He'll be fully still in the shadow of the retrograde, meaning he doesn't come back out of clearing that whole period he backed up through until the end of January. So use this time period as an opportunity to really reflect and see what you love about what you've written into your script, what really works for you, and what it is that no longer serves you, no longer resonates with who you've evolved yourself to be, because we're always growing and we're always changing. Coupled with this, we have Mars in Pisces. So Monday, Mars went into Pisces and Mercury went retrograde. These two factors together alone, just these two, indicate that the end of the year is an incredible time for us to be able to be reflective. Mars in Pisces is very much about your physicality relaxing a little bit, your emotional body coming more into a place of the vastness. And it's a great time for any kind of spiritual work. It's wonderful for yoga, Tai Chi, dance, art, meditation, things that plug you into that creative moment and that power of now. Pisces energy can also be, when it's in its lower vibration, a little bit about escaping, because it's all about wanting to alter your consciousness. And we want to alter our consciousness because we want to feel more connected to the one and to the source. But sometimes we'll do that through more alcohol, more substance abuse, or just escaping however we can through excess food. So just be aware of that over the holidays. Stay with me, computer. Itchy nose. And give yourself an opportunity, but take this opportunity. I'm not going to re-record this. Mistakes and all, I'm not going to do it. To give yourself this place of easing up and not driving so hard towards the future, because that's not what this is about. It's really difficult to know where everything is headed right now, and that's purposeful. It's more about reflecting on where we've come from and where we are in this moment. And in the power of your now, giving yourself love, lots of self-love, and being willing to share that. Pisces is also about being very compassionate towards self and others. It's also about being very giving in terms of charitable acts. So be charitable towards yourself as well, and utilize this time to understand that this isn't quite the time where we have this roadmap in front of us where we're just very clear that we've got this point of intention and we're headed that way. and that nothing's going to stop us. I promise you, near the end of January, Mars moves into Aries, and that's a whole nother new beginning initiative. Mars is like a trigger. He's like the part that comes into whatever house he's in your chart, and you'd have to look at, see where that is through a reading, or if you know your astrology chart, look and see where Mars is being activated. Right now it would be in the house that Pisces is living in, and that is all about your soul and your connection to source and oneness. When he moves into Aries, it's go time. It's a trigger for action. All right. So some astrologers would tell you Mars is not happy in Pisces because it wants to be fiery and active. And I'm saying it can be very happy if you take that energy of action and put it into things that peace you out. Right. So warm cups of tea by a fire, reading a good book, movies, good movies, all of that kind of stuff can feel very nurturing right now. So at the end of January, when things shift, there will be a real surge of wanting to take action. So right now, let's get clear on what we want to leave behind. And at the same time, there's wonderful aspects going on. There's a fantastic bridge between Jupiter and Uranus that is opening up all kinds of possibilities. And Saturn is in a harmonious conversation with these planets. And so it's indicating that we're going to be able to create some platforms of stability and be able to build something that feels like we can count on it, that has a little bit of stability to it. Right now, Uranus and Aries have been breaking everything apart, disrupting and surprising us with all kinds of unexpected events and news. So this is a moment here. 2017 is the beginning of a one of 9 years. So not only are you finishing 2016 with a reflective moment, but it's the end of 9-year cycle. Where were you in 2007 when this started? How much have you grown and changed? What have you learned? What have you realized that is valuable to you? And what do you realize doesn't matter so much to you anymore? And in the end of January, when this whole launching pad starts to take off, the brand new cycle of the next 9 years will feel like it's in full force. So where I'm going with this, and the point I'm trying to make, is be easy with this transition period and realize it's a place of regrouping and of rest, right? Give yourself some peace in the middle of so much change and so much uncertainty. And I will be back with a video about Christmas, which will be in just a few days. Christmas is this Sunday, and the aspects for Christmas are beautiful for love and family and connection. And, when we're really, really wanting to feel connection with somebody, many times what we end up with is the reflection of our own projection. So what we want to do is get very clear on what it is we're projecting so we can have the most harmonious relationships. And that's about it for now. And I hope I get this video posted. And until I speak to you again, big love. Bye, everybody.